Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Linda Israel, and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it, so do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already created a user account, that way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello, everybody. How are you? I believe we should have sound today. Hey, Tanya, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome. And I see that Kristen and Peter and Julie and Robin are here as well. Thank you so much for being here. How is everybody? Are you having an amazing day? A couple things here. I'm just checking all the things. I don't know why this is laying here. Yay, Santa Day! This is only life with others is a life worthwhile. This is apparently a fortune from a fortune cookie. I don't know why it's laying here on my desk, but we'll put it away. Heavy rain. We had tons of rain last week. There was flash flooding. It was crazy. So I'm glad that just calm down. Calm down. Let's see. What else? Busy at work. Yeah, and of course we had in the United States, we had the election last week. And hopefully you are going to go forward and be a prosperous American, those of you that are in the United States. The sound is fine. Of course it is. We got it working, thanks to Jason. We have more rain coming this weekend, Robin says, here in Oklahoma. So I guess we didn't get any rain in October, and we're getting it all in November. So it's going to be an unusual November, to say the least. Let's see, what else? I was trying to remember what all I did last week. It's a blur. Oh, I know. I got back from the cruise. We did the live stream Monday where we had sound problems, but we got that fixed. And then Tuesday, I couldn't stop sneezing. I sneezed all day long, blowing my nose. Hey, Margie, so glad you're here. I just sneeze and sneeze and sneeze and blow my nose and sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. And so I've taken allergy medicine, and I guess coming back to Oklahoma after being gone, all the allergies came in and were attacking me. I was like, this is ridiculous. So it took probably 2 days. And then I was like, I can breathe. I don't have to blow my nose every 5 seconds. I got to see Robin in person last week. We went by her place and we picked up her kitty cats to get a checkup. I think one of them got shots and they both got their nails trimmed. So that was nice to visit with her. What else? I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I got to go to a Lego group that is here in Oklahoma, and they had a little Christmas Dirty Santa gift exchange thing, and so that was kind of fun. So I got to meet those people and I joined, so maybe I will be inspired on building different Lego things in the future, and I'll let you know. Hey Bunny, so glad to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Wally, I thought he was more than 14 pounds. And those of you that didn't know, the 2 cats that Robin has, the first one, Raja, she said she wanted a cat, and a neighbor where my shop is had kittens, and so I put those 2 together. Hey, Amanda Dawn. And then a little bit later, Robin said, I think I want a second cat so that Raja has a friend. And that led us to the issue that we had where we have a lot of feral cats in our neighborhood. Well, they were making a home in our building in the attic, and one of the kittens fell in a wall and was trapped, and we had to cut a hole in the wall and got the cat out. And I said, well, Robin, here's your chance. So I said, I think you should call him Wally. And she stuck with that. Okay, 14.6 pounds. Yeah, I thought he weighed almost 15 pounds. So we're good with that. So Wally's a nice big fat kitty. He's a happy kitty. So this is a journal that I made a while back. I put on a jacket. I'm gonna probably doing this. It's not quite hot in here. It's not quite cold in here. It's like in between. It says 71 degrees in here. So I'll probably end up in a moment putting my little sweater thing back on again because that's what happens. So this is a journal that I made a few months ago, and I made it out of paper grocery sacks. So the cover is 2 grocery sacks. One of them has been covered with fabric, and on the inside I put some scrapbook paper, and it measures 12 inches tall, and the covers are about 7 inches deep. And then the pages inside are roughly 11 inches tall by about, what did I make those? 6, I think I made them 6¼ inches wide. And I used paper sacks that I just cut the pieces, and then I came back in and I used some digital paper, scrapbook paper, leftover papers. I think this is wallpaper. This is a gel print. I did some stenciling. One side of the paper sack was plain. It didn't have any printing on it. And the other side of the sack had the name of the store where I got the sack. And so I was like, what do we want to do with this? So I just came in and added a few things here and there. What was the Christmas place mat one? Oh, you know, that Christmas mat one that I did a long time ago? I don't remember. I'll have to look that one up. Hey, Janice, welcome. So glad to have you here. Thank you, Margie. Says thank you for your service. And for our veterans today, thank you for your service. Thank you, thank you. So this page is like a book page that I put in here, and then I had one of the digital prints from Merry Little Christmas or Christmas Dreams or Christmas Wishes. I don't remember. There's a bunch of them. If you are looking for some digital downloads, I do have those in my shop. And even though it says it's a subscription, it is not. So if you buy it, I'll end up turning off the subscription so you won't get a renewal. My crazy was hair in my picture because my hair's always been crazy. Even when it was short. That was when I cut my hair extremely short. I had signed up for the Army. I was 17, I just turned 18, I think, when I officially signed up. And my hair was down to the middle of my back. And all the things that I learned about was people said if you had long hair, you have to keep it up. It's easier if you just cut it short, and then you don't have to mess with it as much. So I ended up cutting it off where they even shaved the back of my head. It was really short around the sides. And in that picture, if you saw it on my Facebook page, it had actually grown out quite a bit, and I had it managed to get it cut back down again. So we've got a few pages here that I have decorated. Some of the pages are not complete. Like this has got a pocket idea that I want to put on here. Here's one that we worked on a week or so ago where I took a Christmas card and added a piece of paper to it. So you have kind of like this hidden journaling, and then I used a page tab to anchor that onto a page. And there's a pocket here. I never put anything in there, so maybe that's something we can do today, is make a couple of journal cards. I thought we would work on this page here. So I have started the page where it was collaged on the back side. So this side had the printing, and so I just covered it with some scraps, book page, scrapbook paper, one of my gel prints. And then I had these little pieces, and I thought it might look kind of neat to put maybe a side pocket right here that would load this way. And I got out this other piece of paper because I have an idea that I want to try. So I'm going to set this over here. Stay. My thought was, if you can't tell, this was a book page that was a gel print, and you can see where the holes were of this book where it was sewed into the signature or the spine of the book. But I want to cover that up, and I thought what I would do is use this piece of paper and coat it with gold glitter embossing powder. There's a little bit on this portion of it. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then we would adhere this down, and I would put this gold strip down the side. So I've got some gold embossing powder. I'm going to grab a scrap of paper. I'm just looking at this. Okay. And I think what I want to do is use my glitter glue, and I'm trying to decide how big. So probably about 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to use my ruler just to kind of have a guide. And I'm going to apply the glue down the edge here. All right, that should be fairly coated. Let's see what it did. All right, so there's a little bit of a coating on there. Let's use the heat tool to heat that up. You've been having raid too, Debbie? Welcome, how are you? Allergies are no fun, that is for sure. I agree with you on that, Margie. Oh, it popped up. It wasn't there at first. Maybe because you weren't logged in, and then once you get logged in, it pops up. I don't know. Sometimes technology is weird, isn't it? All right, so I'm just heating up the embossing powder so that I can get this to cure on the edge. I'll cut this strip off, but I want to make sure it's got a good coat. I see there is a little bit of a spot that didn't get any embossing powder, but I'm hoping that this is long enough that I don't have to touch it up, but we will test it here in just a moment. Someone online the other day said, does embossing powder get old? And several people said, no, theirs hadn't got old. Some people said, yes, it could get old. I think what you'll notice is if it is old, it has a tendency to sink down into the paper and doesn't stay on the surface and look embossed and shiny. So if your embossing powder isn't really vibrant on your paper, it's possible that it is old. Okay, so there's a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and touch this up right here. All right, and I think there was a spot right there. And I'm going to dip that in. All right, so those have been coated, and then we'll heat that again. Yeah, Oklahoma, and a lot of that is because of the wind, where we're in that central area in the plains. And so when the wind blows from the north, it gets that dust from Kansas, and it blows from the south. It brings the dust up from Texas, and it comes from the east and the west. It, comes from Louisiana, Arkansas, and we've got Nevada and New Mexico that's coming from the other side. So I think that's the reason being, is because we're so flat here, all the particles from everywhere else comes blowing in. That's another reason why we get tornadoes. Thank you, Rob. And she's in there reminding everybody to give us a thumbs up on this video if you're here today and enjoying the camaraderie and hanging out with us. I greatly appreciate your support. All right, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take this little strip that I have made, and I'm going to cut it, because I'm basically making my own decorative paper, or you could also call it like washi tape. And my thought was I would glue this just over where those holes are, so it kind of finishes that off. So let me grab my This is a gel print, so I'm going to get the beacon glue. And I need a paper towel. I think I'm out of paper towels in here. I'm going to have to bring some more. I'm going to wipe the glue off the end. Yeah, glitter tape. Exactly. You can make your own. Now, if you have double-sided tape, another tip you can do is lay out some of that tape and coat it with glitter and press it. Use your burnishing tool or a foam folder to burnish that glitter down into the tape, and then when you peel off the backing, you'll have your own little glitter tape, or like washi tape. All right, so I'm just kind of pressing that into place. Slide it down just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to trim off this edge even. Okay. I think that looks pretty good for a little pocket. And then I thought, I haven't decided if I want to put it where it's over the glitter a little bit, or if I want to keep it up in this area. And I'm kind of thinking maybe like that. Or should we have a red border behind it? That's an idea. I've got some red paper here. I wonder if this one's big enough. It may not be. Not quite. Something a little bit bigger. Got this one. So if I were to make just a tiny red border and then put that down, or should we get green and do a green border? Let me move my journal out of the way. Ooh, I have this green textured paper. We're not going to use a lot of it, but I don't know. I can't decide. Nope, not that green. I may save that though. I may use it somewhere else. I think I'm going to do the red. I'm going to do a little red. I'll trim this and make it fit. You're a big fan of borders, the red border? Okay. All right, so I'm just kind of lining this up just a little bit bigger than the card. I think that'll work. And put the scrap back over here. Make this smaller. See if I like that. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. All right, hold that in place. All right, so now if we take this piece and lay it over, I think that gives us a nice little border around there. All right, well, let's add some distressings to the edges of that border, and then we'll glue this together. So what's everybody been doing this week? Have you been creative? You like borders too, Tanya? I just kind of putzed around in my room a little bit today, trying to get things ready. I did clean in my, what was my computer desk in the living room. I no longer keep my computer in there, so I kind of cleaned all that up, and I took a large monitor that I had in there to the shop because I was noticing that it was a little bit difficult to see on one of my monitors that I use at the shop. So I'm hoping that will help with seeing. All right, so should I make this is going to be a pocket here. I don't know that we need a secondary pocket, but what other embellishment could I put on here? Let's look and see. I see a little poinsettia right here. Maybe we could put that like this onto our little layered element there. I need a drink of water. Thank you, Julie. Word or phrase, Robin says. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. I'll get out my rubber stamps. I've got Christmas as a definition, noun, the annual Christian festival celebrating Christ's birth held on December 25th in the Western Church. We could put that below here. I'm trying to think what else we could use here. I've got snowman, candy cane, mistletoe. And then I have just Merry Christmas. I think that's too big. So let's go with this one here. I wonder if this piece of paper, it would fit on there. Let's see what it looks like. If I don't like it, I'll stamp it on another piece of paper. All right, so I'm going to use this scrap that was created when we cut this down. Okay, and we're going to stamp that right in the middle. Okay. So what if we put that right below? And we may even kind of change where we put this. I think that looks good. All right, let's glue that together then. Gluing it down, gluing it down. Watching, Bunny's watching. All right, let's see. Let's put this kind of right about there. I'm centering it across and just a little bit of space down. Let's lay an acrylic block on that for a moment. Let's add some distressings to this piece. Put the poinsettia at the top right, Robin says. Maybe like that. Okay. Add a little distress ink here. Let's glue this down. I'm using the beacon glue because this is a gel print, and sometimes when something is coated with acrylic paint, the Aleene's tacky glue doesn't stick very well. All right, so I'm kind of making a little in between there. And I think we'll do that. We'll put that right about here on there. Yes, what Robin says. Thank you, Julie. All right, now pick up. I think Jennifer had a doctor's appointment. I don't know if she's made it to our chat yet. We were trying to coordinate, but we didn't get to meet up, so I probably will try to meet up with her this week so I can get some gold embellishments from her. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So what do you think? Just kind of gives us a little bit of that glitz and gold to it. Add a little bling to the top of the hat. Yeah. Let's see what I have. She's supposed to have some gold bling because all I have really is silver. And I don't have a gold leafing pin anymore. I do see like a little red diamond-shaped gemstone. So maybe we'll do that. So I put a little red gem on there. How's that? I have some at the shop, so I can save you some more bubble wrap, and I have some packing peanuts for sure. And I'm trying to think what else. I may have some of those packing bubbles. Not a lot. I gave a bunch of it to the who did I give it to? Jennifer came and got some of it a couple weeks back. Okay, so let's take this guy, and I want to glue him here, and then we can put something in it as a pocket, and then we'll do something with this side. So that's just regular paper, so I'm going to use some Maline's tacky glue and come in here and glue this down. Alright, why isn't my glue coming out? I think it needs to be... There we go. There was a little dried glue on the nozzle, so I got that cleared out. There we go. Now it's coming out. It's like, why aren't you coming out of the bottle? Okay. Well, keep saving it, and you'll collect the beginning of December. Okay. Well, I'll keep saving it for you. All right, trying to smooth this out. I think that'll look good. All right, and then I should have checked this earlier, but this piece of paper is roughly 6 inches. So if I made a 5-inch card, that would fit in there. And I had this piece, so I'm wondering, it has a little bit of gold down this edge. If I cut it to be smaller to fit, so I'm going to cut it to be 5 inches tall. And if I stick that in there, that's about how far it sticks out. And we could go ahead and put some more gold glitter down that side. I'm trying to decide if I should make it smaller, but I think I'm going to leave it that size. Put my stamp away. Okay. Let's come back over here. And I'm going to add some glue on this again. Okay. And dip it into the glitter, embossing powder. So I'll have a little edge on there, and we'll emboss this. Okay. Do y'all have big plans for your holidays? I think Henry's parents have pre-ordered a brisket and some ribs. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure it was ribs. There is a organization, I don't remember if it's FFA or 4-H or one of those type things, that are doing a fundraiser. And so he pre-ordered some meat So we'll have that for Thanksgiving. We'll probably go over to his parents' house, and the four of us will sit down and eat a late lunch, early dinner on Thanksgiving. Ah, okay, I like that gold. I think that'll look good. Now, let's see. I'm trying to decide what else we could put on that. We have the little gnome. Maybe, let's see if I have any other small embellishments here. I have a little faux postage stamp that I made. I'm trying to see if there's another small something or another. I have a little piece of greenery. I'm trying to decide if that would be good. What else do we have? I got a little tray. I meant to dump this in this tray earlier so it would be easier to sort through it. What else we have here? I have a little tab. You could use that somewhere. I have a little piece of red fabric. So what if we were to put that down and put that below it, maybe? Something like that. See if I see something else that would be good. Anything else in here? Little words and little images. A lot of these are from Calico Collage. I had several of her kits, and then I had some of the kits that go with my subscription boxes. Stamped images. Bye, Peter. Thanks for coming in. See you next time. I don't know. I think I kind of like this idea. See if there's anything else that looks good. I think that'll be good. Let me set this aside. Bring this over. So if we were to put this kind of sticking out, I think that would be good right there. What do you think? Yeah, maybe? All right, let's glue this together. Put a little glue on the back side so I can stick this piece of scrap of fabric down. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and put some glue on here. Okay. All right. Works for you? You like that? I think that looks good. How is that? I think that looks good. We do have a spot here that maybe I could put something. So let's see. I thought I saw... Oh, how about this? It's kind of a vintage looking little image. We could stick it here. And that could be another tuck spot. I think that looks good. I'm just putting some glue on there, and then I'll glue that down kind of in the middle. Okay. Give that an opportunity for that glue to dry. All right, so this was a Christmas card. I had a back on it, and so I went ahead and cut that off. And I thought I would put it over here, and I found some scrapbook paper, and I thought I'd make a tall, skinny card to go in it. So I'm going to glue this down as a U-shaped pocket and stick it to that. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time, for your thumbs up, your donations. I greatly appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope that you're inspired to create. I like using these old Christmas cards, and I've had this one for a really long time. All right, so I'm going to put that here. All right, move this out of the way. I found this scrapbook cardstock, and I know it's not the same shade of blue, but I thought it was kind of neat because this was blue and that is blue. So how about if we make a card, a tall, skinny card? And I think the first thing I need to do is, I know that that pocket is roughly 4 inches, so I want to make it smaller than that. And I want to cut off some of this. I think I'm going to cut it off at 10 inches tall. And then if we've got 3, let's do 3.5. And we'll make it a tall, skinny card. So I'm going to score this. And then fold it over. And then cut this. And I did create some more pieces of paper, but we'll save those for somewhere else. I know this is still damp, but it should fit. Oh, it's really close. I should have made it smaller. All right, well, that's okay. I can trim it down. I thought I'd made it 3.5, but maybe I needed to make it a little bit smaller. So let's do 3.25 and see how that looks. And I may need to trim the height down. Let's see. Oh no, that fits. Okay, that works. All right, so let's add something to it. Let's see what I have in my goodies. I just saw this guy. Maybe that's what needs to be put on there. I don't know. What else is in here? What is in here? I have this package. That might look kind of neat on the top there. Those are just big pieces. Let's see what these are. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe this package is what would fit. I've got this little snowflake. I guess I could put another piece of paper behind it. I do have a doily, but I think the doily is too big. It is. Okay. Hey, how are you, Jennifer? Uh-oh, come on, Robin. Get your computer to cooperate. I don't know. Maybe I should put something behind that. I know we've been doing gold, but I could maybe do something in silver or look for another piece of blue paper. All right, let's put this over here. I was trying to see if I saw something. Nope, that's not what I thought it was. Let's look in the big box of goodies. I have this pretty textured paper. If I were to tear it and then add some color to that piece, maybe. Oh, I have, that's a much darker shade of blue. I think maybe we should try to colorize that textured paper. I might have an actual chipboard snowflake in here we could use. That might look kind of neat too. All right, let's look at the options. Let's get the options and see. Ooh, what else is in here? Some ribbon. This is like a snowflake charm. I don't know if I want to put that on there. What else do we have here? I'm just kind of going through all the little goodies I have. Okay, let's do this. Let's put this over here. Let's put this back over here. All right, so I could paint this. I'm going to put some gloves on. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can find the right shade of a blue that would look good. I kind of have this tealy blue. That's a dark blue. That one says deep blue, but I don't know that that's really the right shade of blue. Maybe. That's more turquoise. That blue might be a good blue. That might be close. Yeah, I'm thinking one of these three. All right, let's set that here. All right, so I've got a pretty good size piece of this. I think this is wallpaper. So I'm going to get a scrap of paper and shake all of these. Oh, good, good, good. So we'll try to get together this week. Making Christmas cards while you're watching, Kristen? Cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. Had a physical therapy and a doctor's appointment day. You were busy. Robin says she votes that there's time for some silver. Okay. Well, that one may need to be cleaned, so let's try cleaning the nozzle a little bit. All right, well then I've got a paintbrush here. See if I like this shade of blue. I don't know, that's a lot darker than what I thought. thought I was getting. So let's see what this one looks like. I think maybe that one would be good. So here's what I'm going to do. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Let's see. Oh, well, now this isn't going to spray. So I'm going to dip it into the paintbrush. The paintbrush into the paint. See what happens when I... kind of darken the background a little bit, and I was going to put this over the top of it, but that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay. All right, one more idea, and that is I'm going to take this and paint it. You said silver, so let me grab silver paint, which should be in metallics. Here it is. All right, let's add some water to my cup. And let's clean the brush out. All right. Let's see what this looks like. See what side is the better. Okay, now I've got a new idea, I think. So that'll be silver. I'm going to wash out my brush. I'm going to go back with this darker blue that I had earlier. And I want to paint just kind of go into this silver paint here. All right, and then clean this off. And then tear this. Okay, and I may need to touch up the edges. So that we don't see that white. Okay. I know, you're like, what are you doing, Linda? Well, I've created this little piece. I'm going to hit the heat tool on here. Get that silver paint to dry. Face blue smiling. Ah. Chunky Joe! Try this one. Get it to dry. Elbow cock. You're beginning to see the light? Okay, so my thought was we'd kind of add that onto there. What do you think? Clean up my mess. That over there. Get my... Oh, let's put some distress inks on the edges. Just a little bit. And now we've got this tall, skinny card we can use. Lots of journaling space. Might as well do the inside, right? I think I should also stamp some snowflakes on the inside before I glue it all together. Here we go. Have the snowflake cluster. And we should do it in a blue? Yeah, probably. Let's see. Faded jeans or prize ribbon? Let's do prize ribbon. Lay a scrap of paper here. Yeah. There, that makes the inside a little bit decorated. That was prize ribbon, just distress ink. Regular old distress ink. Clean the stamp off. And put it where it belongs. There. Take my gloves off. It's handy having all my blue Tattered Angels in a box so I can grab them. Alright, so my thought was put this here with this on top of it. Let's glue this all together. I'm going to glue the wallpaper down. Okay. Uh-oh, your chat's acting up too. What are y'all doing that you're making YouTube mad at you? Gotta fill it with all those candles. Oh my goodness, Margie. Add a little bit here of some glue. Come around with the glue. Okay. Kind of center that. What do you think? Kind of gives us a little gold, or silver, I mean. I did have this, but I kind of feel like... No, that doesn't go on there. That doesn't go there. But now, this can go here. Like that. Kind of gives us the nice blue. Let's find a rhinestone to put in the center of that. I've got these kind of bigger rhinestones. Let's see if I can get one. Maybe right here in the middle. Oh, come on now. Turn over. There. How's that? We have decorations. Put this back in here. Who knows? We may find another place for that. There we go. Okay. I don't have anything for this side yet, so let's go look at other pages to see what else we could add. Okay, this page doesn't have all of these elements glued down. So I have this number 25 that I thought could go right here. So let's glue that one down. Right here. Okay. I have a little bit of, this is some gold rickrack. And I think that would look kind of pretty going across the page right there. What do you think? Ow, my nose. Ugh. You need to hire a cook. You're hungry? Margie's hungry. She needs a cook. All right, so I'm going to put a little bead of glue across here. We're going to have 15 bean, oh, it's supposed to be 15 bean soup, but it's not really a soup because it's more like a stew because we make it chunky. Henry started it this morning. We put the 15 beans. It's a package you can get. And then we add onion, and we add rotel, mild rotel, and I forgot. We also add black beans from a can, Bush's black beans, seasoned black beans. Those are usually pretty tasty. I got to remember to put those in. And when we serve it in a bowl, we add diced avocados, fresh diced onion, cheese, and tortilla chips. So it makes it kind of a chunky 15 bean stew, I guess you could say. Okay, I like the way that turned out. All right, so this little start that I have here is just some papers. This is a photocopy or digital print of one of my gel prints. And then this is a book page that I painted with some paint with my brayer. And then this is one of the cards from one of the kits. And I was thinking of layering it, but I think I want to put some gold on this outside one. Maybe do some stamping. So I'm going to set this on. You'd serve that with a biscuit, Robin says. Well, yeah, I can see that. It's a little bit more spicier than what normal biscuits would go with it. And so that's why we do the tortilla chips, because we like that crunch that you get from the chips. All right, so this piece, I think what I do is stamp around that. I think I'm going to use this holly leaf and just stamp all around this outside edge in gold embossing powder. Yeah, let's do that. Call you Wendy after eating that? Oh, too funny. Well, it's pretty tasty, so we like it. We haven't had it since last fall, winter. So we talked about it and said we were going to do it today. All right, so I'm just going to stamp this randomly. Kind of going around the perimeter. All right, so then I'm going to take my card and stick it into the embossing powder. See that around the edges? All right, close this up. Close this up. And let's heat this. You had sauerkraut last night? You live alone. So, do you put anything with the sauerkraut, Robin, or just the sauerkraut? I don't think I've had sauerkraut in years. I think the last time I had it was with some bratwurst or something like that. Last week we made, or I made it actually. I get boneless. Henry purchased boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I dice those up and I put it in a large pot, a soup pot, and I cover it with chicken broth and bring it to a boil so that the chicken is cooked. Then I added a package of frozen mixed veggies. I think it was like corn and peas and carrots. It's like a different type of hot dog, Julie. A sausage, maybe. And then I add. I had frozen diced okra, and I add a whole diced onion. What else? A garlic, seasoning, like poultry seasoning. And then I added, once the chicken was cooked, I add the frozen stuff, and then I add a package of egg noodles. All right, so I'm trying to decide. I think these need to have distress inks around them. You see how that looks now with the gold peeking out? Like that. Kind of brings that up a little bit. I'm thinking maybe I should do some gold on this one too. What do we want? The same thing? Might as well do the same thing. I have it out. But I could do it with the gold glitter so that it gives it a different look. And that's pretty yummy. Adding basically I just made chicken and dumpling soup, but used egg noodles instead of dumplings. All right, I'm just trying to go around the edge. I think I should have it now. Get my tweezers here. Okay. There we go. Close it back up again. Ham off the bone would be nice. That's what you tried to say, ham. Well, in the, I forgot to put that. In the beans, we add cubed ham, and then Henry puts a sausage links. It's hard. They're like a summer sausage, kielbasa sausage. I don't know what you call it. It's not a spicy. It's really mild. And we'll cut that up and put it in the beans, so we'll have a little bit more protein with the beans. And that usually turns out pretty good too. We like doing those because they last a week. Not a week, but 3-4 days. We don't mind eating the same thing. It makes it so much easier for us. We come home, we microwave it in a bowl, you add whatever you need to with the chicken. We would eat crackers with butter on it. Henry got me into doing that. I now got the hiccups all of a sudden. Henry likes his crackers and his butter. Frankfurt, yes, in a sense, yes, like a Frankfurt, yes. Like a German sausage, yes. Okay, now, get that cooled off. Oh yeah, I think that was the right choice. Doing the layers. Because that really made that pop. What do you think? I like it. I love it. I want more of it. All right, let's glue this all together. Oh, wait, I'm going to add some distressings to this piece. I was noticing the edges were kind of white. Well, I need to go figure out which TV dinner you want for dinner. Yeah, I understand. Well, and that's another thing, I've talked with Henry. I said we should probably make some of these things up and then freeze it so that we don't have to eat the same thing 3 nights in a row. And we can have something different in between. I've been looking at different freezing containers, trying to see what is the best kind out there. All right, so I'm just going to center this piece. So do you have a favorite freezer container? You like that, Julie? Well, thank you. All right, and then we'll put this in the middle. I have a bunch of this green cardstock that I've been using for years. All right, and then we'll put this right in the middle. Good, good, good. Wash hands. Did you use some Dawn dish soap, Tanya? Okay, let's put this down. I'm going to flip it over so that I can press it really well. Dinners are limited for you now that you're gluten intolerant. I can imagine that. I have a friend that has gluten problems. She can't even touch gluten. She'll have a flare up and end up in the emergency room. You sure have been using Dawn, she says. All right, that looks really good. Look at that. Nice colors with the gold in there. And this was from last week where I made this flip up, and then there's a flip up here. And then I made this. This was a Christmas card that I added the gold to, and then I added a piece of coffee dyed paper, so we have lots of writing space. All right, what else we have here? I thought I saw, oh, here's another here. I haven't really decided on this particular layout, so we'll just kind of look at it. This is some book page here. It's really flimsy, and I cut a piece of some decorative scrapbook paper And I thought that would just be pretty to put over the whole page. So I'm just going to glue it down. You like that one? Like how that turned out? Thank you. Your Uncle James is severely celiac. Yeah, it's this. My friend, she's it's really bad. She has to even be careful of like skincare products to make sure that they don't change. In fact, a while back, she couldn't figure out why she had this horrible rash that came up and her face swelled up, and she was like, what is going on? And she looked, and one of the skincare products that she had used for years had changed its formula and now had whatever the gluten equivalent that she was allergic to in it. And it was really heartbreaking for her because she liked that product, but she couldn't use it anymore. All right, so I'm just going to glue this down. Okay. All right. And then I got this little piece, and I was thinking of gluing it down here to make a vertical pocket. I think that would be kind of pretty to put on that page. I'm going to add some Distress inks to it and then glue it down. Yeah, why would it? Exactly. You know, why would your hair care or your skin care have those types of products? That would be a problem, but it's, I guess, a filler, a carrier type product to help do whatever it needs. If it ain't the salts and the low quality, yeah, exactly. Yeah, TV dinners sure have a lot of salt in them, so they would taste good. Hey, Margie, have you thought about doing those prepped meals? I've done them in the past. It's been years. We used to go to a place that was called, let me think of the name of it, Supper Time. Me and my mother-in-law would go, and the idea was is you paid a fee. Of course, you don't, there now they have them, you just get delivered to you, but back then, you would go in and they would give you a recipe and they would give you containers and you would scoop out a cup of this and a quarter cup of that and a pound of this meat and whatever and put it all in this container, and then you'd put the lid on it and it had a label with the instructions that showed you either how to put it in a crock pot or put it in the oven or whatever it is, and it was fresh cooked meals. So they weren't frozen pre-cooked meals, they were ready to cook meals. And then a while back we did these ready meals. So they were ready to go, they were fresh, they were not frozen, and you would get them once a week delivered to you of ready to cook. You just put them in the microwave or in the oven depending on what they are. That might be something to look into. You can't stand long enough. Well, seeing if you put it in the microwave, that might be good enough to those pre-cooked, pre-made meals. They're ready to go. You just heat it up. Maybe Jennifer and Robin and I should get together and talk about meals that we like, and we could basically just bulk prep meals. You get together and each person has a thing they're supposed to bring, and then you, like I said, a cup of this, a quarter cup of that, and you put it all in a Ziploc bag or in a container, and the instructions say, you know, dump into a crock pot or put in the oven or microwave. Well, you still gotta, do you not eat your frozen dinners? How do you cook up your frozen dinner? How do you cook? How do you heat up your frozen dinners? Okay, I think that looks cute. And then look, we'll put this little. Yeah, your mom used to do it on her own on every Sunday. It was so yucky. You had to do dishes after. Well, it is kind of messy. Yeah, it can be messy. Put some glue on here. But then if you do a, oven, okay, you put them in the oven. Well, same thing. You could do these where you just pop it in the oven and come back and get it when it's, ding, it's ready. Put it in the oven, timer, same thing. You can still do that. Put a chair in front of the microwave, Julie says. I'm trying to convince my mother-in-law to put a stool that she can sit on in her kitchen for when we don't come over, and she cooks meals for her and her husband. But she hasn't done that yet. All right, so I saw some paper here. See if one of these is... I've got this pad of papers. Ooh, look at this red polka dot. We did that as a journal card in there. I think that'll be good. Nah, you will deal with it. It's just an option. I don't know, that's a bulk meal prep. I don't know, it's something that I used to do years ago with my mother-in-law. We would go to this thing and do it, and I hadn't thought about it until just now, but maybe that's something we could do. All right, so this is, so if I do 8 by 5, so if I make this 8 inches tall, okay, and let's make this 10 inches. Yes, I did create some scraps, but now I've got a little card. Gotcha. You have several issues, make it too hard to do anything else? Gotcha. Well, now there's so many more options for frozen, ready-to-cook meals than there were years ago. Healthier options. All right, now we can find something to put on the front of this. Okay, I'm going to do the inside. This is a thinner cardstock. I believe this was a set that was given to me. One of my friends, her mom, had moved and took what she thought she could and basically had too much stuff left over. So this was some of the things that she had left. Oh, I'm trying to decide what to do here. If it was a little bit smaller, maybe if I have a third one. Let's see. Maybe something like that. Now, should we put a border around these? I think that would look good. Let's see if I can find a green in this pile. Now, should we just do a matte so you don't see the polka dots except on the outside edge? You'll see it on, let's slide this over. I think something like that would be okay. All right, let's cut this paper. I'm going to cut it at 7 3/4, and then I want this to be a little bit wider so that when we come up the right? So if I cut that at 3 inches, that gives us a nice little border. Gotcha, gotcha. I get it. Has any used the Simply Tidy Ordnance Cubes? No, I've not used the Simply Tidy Organization Cubes at Michael's. Has anybody else used those cubes? I don't know if Jennifer has some of those types of cubes. Hey, Leah, how are you? All right, so if we put this on here, how's that look? Now, do we want to put some gold embossing? I mean, we've been doing that. I'm also wondering if I should put a piece of ribbon. I know you won't see it when it's in the pocket, but I think a pretty piece of ribbon would look here. So let me grab my box of ribbons. Green. All right, so I think I've got a couple of ribbons. I don't know if I want to use them all. I just saw I have this little piece, but that doesn't, I don't know. We'll get those out. See if one of those or a combination will work. Okay. You have the calyx ones? Gotcha. I'm doing good, Leah. You had 24 of them in your craft room and then sold them all to Marketplace because they took up too much space and not enough storage. Gotcha, Jennifer. Okay, so something like that. I have this narrow gold. And I'm kind of thinking I'm going to go back with that red. And then this is a green. I think this is the winner. I think that's the one we're going to go with. All right, so I think we should do some stamping on this piece. I still have that stamp out. And let's use the glitter gold and stamp on this. All right, let's see how I did. I may need to, after I emboss it, come back and stamp it some more. Yeah, I missed a couple of spots, but that's okay. All right, let's heat emboss this. Close the lid, because the last thing I need is to have embossing powder go everywhere. Ah, so Raven said she had to leave behind most of her big furniture pieces and she had in her craft room when she moved. Leah said she bought a metal industrial shelves and used bins. Jennifer says she ended up with a secretary desk with a hutch top, drawers beneath, and another 5-drawer chest. Shelves that are extra deep would be good, yeah? Yeah, see, I got very fortunate with the cabinet that I have behind me. It was a mail sorting cabinet, and I found some boxes online that I modified and turned into drawers to go into that cabinet. Yeah, I understand that, Raven, going through it, get rid of stuff, because I think we all probably have more stuff than we need. All right, so I'm going to test this. My thought is, okay, I need to stamp right there. So I'm going to do that. And I think I need to stamp right there. So while I'm got those two. Okay, so that's going to go there. And this one's going to go here. Okay, I think that'll work. I think that's what I needed. Close it up. They will take my stuff out of my cold Dan heads, even if I don't use it, Margie says. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, I see how you feel about it. I've been trying to get rid of things. I threw a bunch of stuff away this weekend that I was like, why am I keeping this? And it was just, you know, paper, random papers, boxes, just stuff. It was just stuff I didn't need. All right, I think that works. Put this up here. Put this away. I have glitter everywhere. All right, so my thought was put this up here, this in the middle. So I'm going to glue these together. You got a bunch of it that it was ruthless, huh? Yeah. I'm trying to use what I've purchased as well. Purchased, was given to me. Trying to use it all as much as I can. All right, let's put this right about there. Okay. This one down here. Okay. Get rid of that. Put this one right in the middle. All right, so now this piece I'm going to put right here. I think that looks really good. One of your hobbies is collecting craft supplies. I understand that. You know, and part of what happened to me for many years, I didn't have just one type of craft that I did. I would get bored with it, or I would master it, and then I would be like, okay, well, I know how to do that. Let's move on. And I would go get supplies to make a different thing, and then I would master that and move on from that. So I have a lot of supplies for different things. I still have, I think there might be some candle making supplies in my closet. I know I have some resin supplies. I had done a lot of mold making things, so I have a bunch of plaster of Paris and molds. I even tried doing the hot glue in mold, so I have that as well. So I get it. You know, there's a lot of things out there that I've had forever, but I don't want to give it up yet. Alright, I'm trying to decide which is the right side and which is the wrong side of this ribbon, if that's the case. I'm going to see if my, I don't know if my, what do you call this? My ATG gun works, so I'm going to try it. Okay, there's some tape going down. I'm going to put one more. I hardly ever use that. Alright, because I want to make sure that this goes down. Okay. I think what I may do is cut this a little long and fold it to the inside. Put a little glue tape on that and flip it over. Get rid of the excess there so it doesn't stick closed. Okay, pull that to the inside. Oh my gosh, look how crooked that is. Oh my word. Let's see if I can lay it back down a little bit straighter. A little bit straighter. Come on. I don't know if it's because that it's a wired edge ribbon. Well, that's a little better. Oh well, we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it just the way it is. How's that? You never got one? Always had a score tape and it takes up less room. I think that was given to me and I've had it forever and I still have several rolls. Yeah, love-hate issue with that. I agree. Look at that. And then there's a tuck spot here if we want to put something in there. Let's see if I have a little card. How about this? Nah, I don't like that one. Oh, here's a smaller little gnome. How's that? Okay, I like it. All right, so I had started this because I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it. I had folded this edge over trying to decide, do I want to make this a large pocket? Do I want to make it a flip out? I think I'm going to glue it down as a large pocket to put stuff behind there and then maybe find a couple embellishments to put on top. This is becoming one chunky monkey. Thank you, Robin. I think that turned out good. All right, let's glue this down. So I'm going to glue this tab so we can make it into a pocket here. This is some paper that I had sprayed some tattered angels and kind of colorized a piece of paper with it. Thank you, Leah. Okay, let's go across this way, go up this way. All right, so now I'm going to line this up with the page. All right, I'm trying to wipe away the excess glue. Alrighty. I think that works. Okay, let's look at my bin of things that I have here. Time for a drink. I made a chai latte today. Score tape, yeah, glue dots. Yeah, I have some of those glue dots, and I hardly ever use them. And I got them because I did a demonstration for them at an event, and I have never really used them that much. Oh, these little birdies are cute. All right, should they go at the top or at the bottom? What do we want to do here? I think the little birdie should go at the top. I think that would be cute. And then we have writing space below it. All right, let's glue that down. Tanya wants some more. You like your glue dots for card making? Because they're thin and they don't wrinkle your paper with glue. Junkie Joe likes old Tanya there, giving her some goodies. Now let's put that right here. You don't use them either. It's funny how, you know, we all have our own little thing that we like. I think you're going to take pictures of all your antique ephemera and sell the hard copies to free up room. Yeah, I think Jennifer had talked about doing that too. I really like having digital because I don't have to have a place for it physically in my room, and I can just have plain white paper and print what I want. Yeah, there you go, Tanya. Spend some money. You still use the glue dots. Glue. Still use glue. The dots are for little things. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. So this was here. So I started this back in July. I don't think I ever put anything on this guy. Let's find something. I just saw this little Victorian couple. So how about if we just kind of layer that? Actually, I should put it on this side since there's a spot on that card. I think that'll look good there. Let's get my chunky journal out of the way. This was some little paper flowers that my friend Sally gave to me. She had come to one of my journaling classes and gave away a bunch of these little flowers. Put it like that. There, it gives it a little something. This was wrapping paper made into a pocket. Oh, in class you made a decoration to hang in a tree with glue dots and they fell apart. Yeah, that's no fun when you make something and it falls apart. Yes, exactly. Embellishments were made for the purposes of covering mistakes. Just saying. Oh, dear. Oh, here's something that hasn't been glued down. Oh, there's one on both sides, so let's slide this out of the way. I think I'll just glue this one in the middle. Sometime, oh, here's another something that I haven't finished, so we'll glue that down too. So while I'm on this page, I'm going to flip this over. This kind of has a natural little frame right there. Now, do I want to put it where it's coming out the side? I'm going to glue this. It's a slick paper, so I'm going to put a little glue on the back side of this piece and then figure out how I want this positioned. Henry must be home. Hello? Okay, I think we'll put it like that. What do you think? Tanya's washing her hands again. I won't glue this part down. I'm just gluing the top. And we'll stick that right here. Okay. Flip back. And I noticed that this hasn't been glued down. See if I can get the paper clip off. It looks like I took a gel print and made a tiny, tiny pocket. So since it's acrylic paint, I'm going to add the beacon glue to the sides here. And glue this down. Do I have a fan on? No, I don't have a fan on. All right, let's put it right here. And I think I need to add some distress inks to this little piece, so let's do that. Sometimes things move all by themselves, don't they? It's like a ghost. All right, so that's going to go in the pockets. Let's find a little thing to put on top. Oh, look at this little birdie. Yeah, I think that little birdie would be cute. Now, put him in the middle? Yeah, I'll put him in the middle. Why not? Chinese for dinner. We haven't done Chinese in a while. There's a little Chinese restaurant over here by us that Henry and I will order from every once in a while. We haven't done it in a while. Okay, make sure I didn't put any glue up high. I think that looks cute. This was wrapping paper over here too, on this side. You were thinking Chinese food too, Amanda. This was from Jennifer. She made this little ornament shape and added the little nutcracker on it. And this is all bling that she added on there. I think we're getting close to finishing up this journal. I am going to get some embellishments from Jennifer, and I guess if I get those before next Monday, we can spend some time adding those embellishments. Okay, so this hasn't been attached, and there's not really anything on this page. Don't eat Chinese. The bones and hair are kind of... Yeah, I love that nutcracker that Jennifer made. It's really pretty. Oh, I have this kind of a little flourish. Put my glue there to kind of help hold that. I think that would be kind of pretty up there. Oh, and I have special delivery. That could go on there. What else do we have? So what if we put this up here? special delivery. Do I want to do it where it's here or there? And then I've got this little snowflake that I think we could put at the bottom. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you so very much. Sorry, not sorry, Margie. You're so bad. Chinese food, not Chinese people. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, glue that down. Put special delivery beside it. Okay. I don't know if I want to add this or not. Come on now, stick. Okay. It's starting to stick. I think I may leave that. All right, so this is a card that was given to me. And I think I'm going to cut off the back. And yeah, let's cut off the back. And then let me see if I have any of these tabs left. See if there's any in here. I've got this little image. Maybe we could use that. Little poinsettia. Oh, I have these corners that I made a while back. You know, I may use a couple of those. There's a gold one. All right, let's get those out. I've got a couple of smaller images. I don't know. Let's see what we've got here. So if I were to cut the back off, and then I could put these corners, and then this can fit in there. I've got a little birdie we could put and a little poinsettia on the opposite sides. I think I like that. Don't be snorting. All right, I'm going to put a little glue on the edge here. And I think right about there. All right, and then we're going to do the other side. Yeah. Are y'all making up a new name for Junkie Joe? And I think I'm going to put this one. I hope I got it far enough apart. Yes. These were gel print pieces. They were book pages, I think, that I gel printed, and then I just cut them into squares, and then I cut the squares into triangles. They were backed with some cardstock, so they're heavy. Then this will slide down in there. Give that a chance to dry. Come on now. Put the little birdie on there. Maybe the points. I don't know if I need it on both sides. What do you think? Do we need it on both sides or just one? Junkie Jim now. Oh my goodness. Y'all are a mess. I think I'll put it on both. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to trim this card, and I think I'm going to say let's stop here. I'll flip back through the journal, showing some of the stuff we've done. Put this back in my bin. Let's cut this back off this card. There. I guess I could say that. May this season bring us all together in peace, hope, and love. I did both! Alright, so then this fits right there. How's that? You're a miss! Alright, let's start at the beginning here. So, if I get the embellishments from Jennifer, oh my gosh, look how chunky this thing is. I may add some stuff to the cover. Maybe if I had some rhinestones. I've got some sequins, but I know that they're going to take a while to dry. Simple. I didn't put anything tall in here, so maybe I can look through my papers. Here's a piece of green. You know, if we were to put something like that to have additional writing. Lots of things all throughout. So I'm trying to remember what we did today, right? Still have these pockets that I could put on here, so I may save those for next week. That doesn't have anything on it yet. That's got an empty spot. So a few spots. I like the way that turned out. Adding those over here. Oh yeah, then the journal card with the embossing powder. And then there's a spot here. I don't know if this will fit. Nope, he's too wide. But this one might fit. There we go. And then this one with the tall, skinny card. Empty space there. This was when I used a paper sack to make a journal card. Oh, I'm so glad you had fun today. I'm so glad. Lots of, oh yeah, and then the layers on this card with the glitter. And then adding the trim here. Oh yeah, on this page where I made the card and added the ribbon. I didn't add anything on the inside. Then a birdie on that side. Ah, Sandra, you can watch the replay. It'll be there. Well, I hope y'all like this. Well, next week I'll come back, and I've got a couple of pockets I can finish here. And then I'm going to get the embellishments from Jennifer. And I may come back in and add some things like a couple of charms hanging off some tabs. May even add some more tabs to this. But this is one chunky monkey of a journal. Look at that. Look how thick that has turned out to be so far. I think it's turned out really good. Y'all enter the raffle for the junk bucks. I don't have any prizes right now, so maybe next week I'll have a couple things as I go through my stash, and I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. Thank you so much. Let's pick a winner of 200 junk bucks. Da, 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 da. Wait, let me get a drink first. All right, a winner is Julie. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being here this week. I hope you enjoyed just hanging out and chatting, giving me suggestions on what to do in this journal. Like I said, one more week, and we'll just do some embellishments where we add some rhinestones or bling to the journal in places. Thank you so much for your donations today, for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate your support. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, especially if you think they might want to come hang out with us next time. And I'm not sure what I'll do after next week, so if you have a suggestion, let me know in the comments below of, hey, why don't you do this theme or whatever it may be. And if I have the ability, I might be able to do that in the next couple of weeks. Alrighty, y'all have an amazing week. Do something creative. Get in your little space and make something, whether it be something small or maybe it's something big and elaborate like my journal here. Do something kind for somebody else. You never know what someone else is going through in this world. So do something with kindness and love, whether it be just giving someone a call or sending them a text message or calling them again, like I said, or Facebook message or sending a Christmas card early or a journal card to someone. Let them know you're thinking about them. Y'all have an amazing week. I love each and every one of you. I greatly appreciate your support. Y'all have an amazing week. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.